the politician's mind when I learned that delay can look like due process, a behavioural political analysis. Have you ever wondered why I rarely reject something immediately? Why decisions seem to disappear into reviews, consultations, committees, assessments, inquiries, working groups, expert panels, stakeholder engagement, and the future announcements? Most people assume I'm searching for the right answer. Sometimes I am. But sometimes I'm searching for time. Early in my career, I discovered that saying no creates an enemy. Saying yes creates an obligation. But saying we're examining the matter carefully creates neither. That's where delay became valuable. Not because delay solves problems, but because delay changes pressure. Public anger is strongest when a wound is fresh. People demand answers when consequences are immediate. Families ask questions when hardship first arrives. Communities organise when frustration is still emotionally alive. But time changes people. Anger becomes fatigue. Fatigue becomes distraction. Distraction becomes adaptation. And adaptation becomes silence. I learned that if pressure can be stretched long enough, many problems begin solving themselves politically. Not because conditions improve, but because attention moves elsewhere. A new headline arrives, a new controversy emerges, a new crisis replaces the old one, and the public remains burdened, but the spotlight moves. The movement is powerful, and the longer a decision remains inside a process, the more difficult accountability becomes. Responsibility scatters, ownership blurs, and everyone appears involved, yet no one appears directly responsible. And the language helps. I do not call it delay, I call it diligence. I do not call it avoidance, I call it consultation. I do not call it indecision, I call it responsible governance. And notice what happens. The same action acquires a different moral appearance. What might have looked like hesitation now sounds like wisdom. What might have looked like paralysis now sounds like care. And that is the seduction. Because genuine due process is necessary in a healthy society. Real examination protects people from reckless decisions. But I learned something dangerous. A process designed to discover truth can also be used to postpone it. And once postponement becomes politically useful, delay is no longer administrative, it becomes strategic. And that is when conscience starts asking uncomfortable questions. Am I protecting the public from bad decisions? Or am I protecting myself from difficult ones? Because those are not the same thing. And every politician eventually faces that distinction. My most effective political shield was not always an answer. It was a process that kept the answer permanently out of reach.